Falcon striker Asisat Oshola, who plays for Barcelona, shared her inspirational football journey in a video documentary with We Play Strong and Esprit. She details how she played football only as a hobby and even rejected her first offer to play for a professional team due to her feeling she didn't have adequate support of her parents. I encourage everyone to watch her documentary because it is a powerful story that will inspire everyone to not relent in achieving their dreams. This is the sports segment of the weekend show. I am Amanda Soki.
And I am Ayo Adams. The African Cup of Nations qualifiers resume early November as Nigeria take on Sierra Leone on the 9th and the second leg being played on the 17th. Unpleasant news hit as Steven Gerrard unveils that Nigerian duo Leon Balogun and Joe Aribo would not, they are injured and we hope that they come back fully. Daniel Amokachi has been appointed as a special advisor on sports to the presidency. The news hit earlier this week. Mikel Obi, Nigerian former Super Eagles captain, signs for Stoke City on a one-year deal. How do you feel about Mikel signing for Stoke City? I'm
very glad Mikel has moved on after the drama that happened between him and Trabzonspor. You know, during the COVID time, they were making their players go ahead with matches, and Mikel Obi didn't like that and stopped playing, so they terminated his contract. So I'm glad to see him move on from that. So moving on to exciting news, EPL fixtures has been released, and defending champions Liverpool, they're going to be facing Marcelo Bielsa's side Leeds. I think this is going to be a battle of champions, and I would like to see what Marcelo Bielsa is going to bring, and what a perfect way to, of course, start against our defending champions Liverpool. And also, if you notice in the fixtures, both Manchester clubs, Manchester United and City, are going to miss the first week of the fixtures because of their 30-day break due to Manchester United getting far to the semi-finals, and of course City getting to the Champions League quarter-finals. And you know, as a City fan, what are your expectations for your club this season? Well, it's normal for City to always come and show how good they are. So it's not going to be a hard thing. It's just the lapses that they had this last season. They are already putting replacements for it. The defense, Vincent Kompany has retired, and when he left, there was no replacement made for him. Nathan Alake has been signed. Koulibaly is a rumor that he's almost there. So Pep Guardiola, he knows how to spend his money. There is the money, he knows how to spend his money. He knows what to do next. So I think Manchester City can go and win the league next season. But it's football. We've seen that anything can always happen. Anything can happen. And Manchester United, where do you see them falling? Top 4, top 3 winning the league? I don't know if you're making a mockery of us saying winning the league, but I would like to see Manchester United being realistic, holding that third spot, reduce the gap between Liverpool. You know, Liverpool gave us like 33-point gap, and I would love to see us reduce that gap and also win a trophy. Last year, we were in 3 semi-finals and didn't win any trophy. We broke a record for semi-finals, but I would love to see us win a trophy. And when it gets to Champions League, of course, you know, come out of the group stage and, you know, roll the dice, and whatever happens after that. So, speaking of captains, Manchester United's captain, Harry Maguire, has been in a big mess. He's in Mykonos vacationing, and he got into a fight with other Englishmen and he's been taken to jail, and right now he's going to spend his second day in jail. I think this is an embarrassment for a club as big as Manchester United. And, you know, I would like to actually see him stripped off the captain band. I don't know if am I being too harsh saying that? But
it's not being too harsh because he's a leader. I saw the clips of him throwing punches with the policeman. That is not a sight to see for someone who is leading a club. So he should be duly penalized, and he should know that he should feel remorse and apologize to the Manchester United fans for what has happened.
I actually see it as an opportunity for Manchester United to make Bruno Fernandes the captain. He is a great player, and I would love to see him.
Don't you think that's too early to make Bruno Fernandes the captain?
Exactly. Harry Maguire. Don't forget Harry Maguire just came to Manchester United last season and we made him the captain. So, of course, Bruno Fernandes can do that. And speaking of captains, Manchester City's former captain Vincent Kompany has been made the manager of Anderlecht after announcing his retirement from football. So, congratulations, Vincent Kompany. I would love to see him do a great job.
And moving to La Liga, heads are rolling on the follow-up story. Barcelona are restructuring, as we predicted here last week. Lionel Messi said the board should be gone, but Kike Setien, the coach of Barcelona, has been dismissed. The following day, Eric Abidal, the sporting director, was also dismissed with being a mutual agreement. And to the shock, and I don't think it's a shock, but it shocked a lot of people, the president came on air and he gave a list of players who are untouchable: Messi, Dembele, De Jong, Lenglet, and the rest of them. And he dropped a list of people who are ready to go, who must go. Suarez has been given a green light to leave, Vidal, Rakitic, and the likes of them. So heads are rolling in Barcelona. Even Lionel Messi wants to leave. But in other happy news, Ronald Koeman has been assigned as the new coach of Barcelona, and he almost immediately has kicked off, has met with Lionel Messi, saying that he wants him to be a part of his plan. He's part of his plan, and he wants him to continue developing at Barcelona. He has also made Memphis Depay of Lyon his top priority transfer target for his next season. How do you think Koeman, do you think is a good thing for Barcelona? Do you think is a good addition? Do you think he can bring back the glory days to the Camp Nou?
I don't know about glory days, but I believe he is the right step, for Barcelona. Koeman has pedigree. He's known to bring young players in. And like you said, since they are restructuring, trying to get new players in, I think Koeman is going to come in, and he's been great with kids. His track record at Ajax proves it. He was the one that brought out Rafael van der Vaart. He brought out Sneijder, and of course our legend, Ibrahimovic. So young players like Dembele and Sufati, they should all be excited that Ronald Koeman is coming to join them at Barcelona. And of course, even though he had some bad spells at, Everton, he redeemed himself when he went to coach Netherlands team. He took them to the Nations final. So I guess Ronald Koeman, I believe he'll do a good job in trying to get them back. At least he's the right step in the, direction that they want to go. So I agree with Ronald Koeman.
Well, Ronald Koeman, good luck to you in Barcelona. We hope you don't get sacked, as others have been sacked in recent times. And moving on, Mesut Ozil is back in the news, but this time Mesut Ozil is disappointed with his club Arsenal for not backing up his comment on Muslims in China. Mesut Ozil said that Arsenal are distancing themselves from the comments because it might have an economic impact on the club. And also Demba Ba came and said, if you Premier League teams and coaches and fans can come out and say Black Lives Matter, why can't you come out and say all Muslims lives matter too in China? Because Arsenal has Muslim fans, they have Muslim players. Why are they not taking that up? And I think something similar happened in the NBA last year, right?
Yes, exactly. The NBA had, a big issue last year when Houston Rockets manager tweeted, support for Hong Kong. What was going on between China and Hong Kong, very sensitive subject. And the Houston's general manager supported Hong Kong. And of course, that was so much backlash. Chinese businesses there, threatening Houston Rockets, dropping out. So I guess once money is involved, everyone is scared. And of course, China is a powerhouse. They have so much money, it has endorsements for them, so everyone is kind of tiptoeing around the issue. So I'm not surprised to see Premier League clubs also doing the exact same thing and not trying to get involved because they know China's, power. They're a powerhouse when it comes to money. So of course, yesterday night, Europa League finals took place, and no surprise, Sevilla were champions for the sixth time. Sixth time. This is, they should just name it Sevilla Europa League finals.
It's for them.
They have not lost a final at all, and this is, congratulations to them. Luke de Jong scored 2 goals, and unfortunately, Romelu Lukaku scored an own goal. Lukaku has had such a fantastic season, so I was really sad to see him, score an own goal. He has, 34 goals this season, and, he was just so unfortunate to just, end that. I don't know. How did you feel about the game?
I think he's going to bow his head down because he put them in the lead, and so far this season he has equaled the Brazilian Ronaldo's record as 34 goals in a single season. It was a good outing for Romelu Lukaku, but a sad outing for Inter Milan that they lost to Sevilla. But then Sevilla are veterans in this competition, so winning it is no new thing for anybody. Well, Sevilla, like Alana said, we should call them the European kings, the Europa League kings. They should be handed over to them. And moving on to the Champions League, the final stage is set for Sunday. Who wins it? PSG or Bayern Munich? I'm still leaning towards Bayern Munich because they've shown that they're a proper team. They can do anything. They will break down any defense. And Lyon were close, but they couldn't get through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who is your pick in this final?
You know, I would have said Bayern, but I think after watching last game, I feel PSG has the ability to win them. Just all I ask for PSG, Neymar, be clinical, and you have a great chance against Bayern Munich. Of course, yes, the favor is in Bayern's hands, but I would love to see, you know, Mbappe and Neymar win a trophy. As in it's going to be interesting. But let's not also forget that since last week, no one predicted the scores right for the Bayern versus Barcelona match. We are giving everyone an opportunity this week to predict the final scores and win a John Ogu t-shirt. So follow us on our Twitter page and you'll get the instructions on what to do.
Well, that's good for the winner, whoever wins it. Well, still on Bayern Munich. I think Lyon showed that Bayern Munich are not impenetrable. Sure. It's not impossible to break down their defense. So yeah, if PSG can be clinical enough, they would see Bayern Munich break loose. No. Well, that is that. And Serge Gnabry, still on Bayern. Serge Gnabry is on fire. And Arsenal fans are in tears for letting him go. Serge Gnabry has been consistent this season from zero to a hero. Arsenal didn't want him. West Brom felt he wasn't worthy of play. And now he's in the Champions League final. He plays at West Brom I don't think they can reach at the standard. It's
so funny to see that Tony Pulis actually said that he's not fit enough to play for West Brom. That's and now ridiculous. Look at him. Arsenal fans are like wailing on Twitter, and we're all over the internet. But like I said, if you want Gnabry, spend the money. But you know, Arsenal are not known to spend big. But glad for Gnabry.
Well, Gnabry, we hope we see him in the final. He's going to be in the final, and we hope to see him because Arsenal fans can continue to put their heads down and see that they lost a real gem. Gnabry has turned it around for himself. He's a champion, and he might just be what Bayern Munich needs to move forward. And now we move to the transfer news, where there is a lot in the transfer news. There is a lot going on in the transfer news this season. Rumors, done deals, and still to happen. David Silva has completed his move to Real Sociedad. And the Real Sociedad, my owner said, I respect you as a player, but not as a man. And I think you would know that because the deal was hijacked. The deal was hijacked from Lazio. Well, he had already made his intention known that he's going to Lazio. And all of a sudden, the deal got hijacked. And the Lazio fans are not happy that the midfield maestro is not going to be with them next season. Well, Joe Hart has moved.
Yes. So seeing, in fact, speaking on Silva, I heard your team, they're going to give him a statue.
He's a worthy, I think Silva is a worthy, he's a worthy player. He's a worthy legend. I think the statue is worthy for him too.
Yes, so moving on, some rumors. You spoke about Messi. Where do you think Messi is going to go to? I can see him holding the City jersey. What is going on?
This is almost an impossible sight to see Lionel Messi up on a transfer board. Lionel Messi and Paulo Dybala. Lionel Messi has made it clear that he wants to leave Barcelona if nothing is changed. And having a meeting with Ronald Koeman during the week, he still made his position clear that he's still opting to leave Barcelona if nothing is changed. Well, where would you love Lionel Messi to play next season? Is it Manchester City? Is it Inter Milan? Where would you love Messi to play next season? Or do you want him to retain his position at Barcelona? Let us know on our handle on Twitter on The Weekend Show. As we move to the NBA, Amanda, what do you have for us on the NBA?
So, of course, we can see the defending NBA champions, Raptors, doing their thing. Right now, they are leading 3-0 to the Nets. And what is actually breaking news is that the NBA president, last year during their championship, he tried to go into the court and had a squabble with a policeman. The policeman later sued him for emotional, physical, mental, and economic injuries. Well, just like 2 days ago, video came out showing that the president, Ujiri, who is Nigerian and Canadian, wasn't indeed the aggressor. The policeman was actually the one that was aggressive towards him. He tried to walk onto the stage and was pushed. He tried to even bring out his access pass and was pushed again. So at least we're glad to see that he has been vindicated with this video. And also you can see the Lakers, they came back after their first loss against Trailblazers. Thank God, I'm so happy to see LeBron James and of course Anthony Davis step up in NBA news. And moving on, LeBron James actually gave us a sneak peek of the Space Jam jersey. I'm so excited for Space Jam. I watched this movie as a child. You know, the first one came out 1996. And of course, this new Space Jam movie called Space Jam New Legacy is going to be released next year, July 2021. So I think it's a beautiful jersey. What do you think, Ayo?
It's a good one. It's colorful, and let's look at who is modeling it is LeBron James. Well, we'll see that as the movie is unveiled. And we'll move to Formula One, where we have the Concord Agreement. The Concord Agreement is an agreement that ensures that the 10 teams running in the championship of Formula One stay for the next 5 years, and also helping equal shares of revenues amongst the teams, and also helping them to have a proper construction, a proper figure for the F1 team. And Mercedes has signed the Concord Agreement, showing that yes, they are going to be there for the next 5 years, and it's a good thing for F1. All the teams are in support. All the teams have signed the Concord Agreement, and they will be there for the next 5 years. And still on that, Hamilton. You see Hamilton again. Last week we saw Hamilton talking about him matching up the podiums, and now we have him 156. He was tied last week, and now he has broken the record as the top most podium in F1 history. Look how many years Hamilton still has to go. He will set a record that might be unbreakable in the F1 championship. And still on F1, we have Carlos Sainz is about to replace Sebastian Vettel of Scuderia Ferrari. Ferrari didn't offer Sebastian Vettel a new contract for the next season. Carlos Sainz might take over from him. And
yes.
The UFC.
Yes.
Up to you, Amanda.
Of course, in UFC, which is actually one of my favorite sports. I don't know why. I typically don't say that out because I feel I get judged when I say I'm in love with UFC. But yes, our Nigerian Israel Adesanya's fight has been fixed for September 26th. He's going to be fighting Paulo Costa. Both is going to be an incredible match because both are undefeated fighters. Israel Stylebender Adesanya is up 19-0 with no losses, and Paulo Costa is 16-0 with no losses. So this is going to be a great and fantastic match. Also, John Jones, he just vacated his light heavyweight title and is moving up to heavyweight title. So of course, and the legend Cormier announced his retirement from UFC. So of course, tonight, everyone, there's going to be a boxing match with Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin. Both of them are great fighters, and they have a similarity. Both of them have actually lost to Anthony Joshua. So it's going to be an interesting fight. Povetkin is a Olympic gold medalist. So it's an interesting match that is going to go on. So. And
finally, for the week, we have the player of the week, Asisat Oshoala. In a video, she said, it took a lot of courage, and there is nobody who can support yourself than you. You are your own support system. It was inspirational for her. She felt really bad when things were not going right, but she didn't go down. Yes. She picked herself up. She went hard, and she has played in the finals. And now she's playing in Barcelona. And yesterday, they won their game against Atletico Madrid to be in the semi-finals of the championship. Asisat Oshoala is an inspiration to the young ones. And I hope they take cues from her. She's a great player. I know that Nigerians all over the world will still want to see her play for a long time. And we have a video of her saying that today I'm playing in the world stage, and it feels so emotional for her. Yes. So good luck, Asisat, and I hope you win the Champions League. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today at the sports segment on the Weekend Show, and hope to catch you next week. See you. Bye-bye.
The world stage, I play at the World Cup, Champions League final, just name it. I mean, it's absolutely emotional. I'm just happy everything worked out fine.